Hello there, everybody, and welcome to episode 58 of the Play to Win podcast. My name is Tyler, and I'm joined, as always, by my amazing, fantastic, and awesome co-host, Mr. Keiran. How are you doing, Mr. Keiran?
Doing pretty good. I had a fairly good week. Actually, I had some time to play video games this week, so that's good.
Nice. That's awesome. It's a shame we won't be talking about what you're playing this week, but we will talk about that next week. I played some few things this week too, not too much though. But we'll talk about all that next week because this week we're going to be talking about our summer games showcase prediction. So every showcase is going to be happening this summer, whether it be PlayStation, Summer Games Fest, Xbox, Bethesda, Nintendo, third parties, what have you. We're going to be predicting what they will be announcing this summer in this episode here. It's going to be a pretty impact one. So strap in, get ready for it. Before we get to our predictions, remember to subscribe to the channel, or subscribe to the podcast on podcast services, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, hit the notification bell. That way you know as soon as videos go live, and you can be one of the first to watch the videos because you will have known as soon as they went live. That's going to be all the little spiel, housekeeping type promos type stuff we're going to do for this episode because there's a lot we got to talk about, a lot of predictions we have. So, Keiran, are you excited about this?
I am. It's my favorite episode of the year to do.
I'm always excited to do these predictions, see what you're thinking. That way you can see what I'm thinking, see if we're on the same wavelength, and just also see how wrong we are.
Yep, usually.
Yes. So here's the rules for this. We have this broken down as different categories. We have Summer Game Fest, Geoff Keighley's opening night, his opening kickoff for Summer Game Fest, for the summer season. That is its own category, which we'll be predicting what will be at that showcase. After that, we will be moving on to Xbox's showcase, which is literally a couple days later. After that, we will jump over to PlayStation. We'll do some PlayStation predictions. Then we'll do some Nintendo predictions. And last but not least, we'll round it out with third parties as a collective. Just what we think third parties as a whole this summer will be announcing at the different showcases. So this is where we'll have some third parties in some of the other categories as well. But this is where every third party will be. So Square Enix, Ubisoft, Capcom, what have you, publishers, developers, they will all have their home in this little category here at the very end. Each category, we're each going to give 5 predictions, each of us for each category. And in the spirit of making things continue moving along, we're each going to have 2 minutes to state our prediction and state our case for why we think this prediction will be true, why we think it makes sense, why we think it's going to happen. With all that being said, and with all that laid out on the table, I think we all understand what's going to be going on here. I think it's going to be a fun episode. Keiran, are you ready? Do you have any final things you need to say? You want to get off your chest? Do you want to warn the people that you might be making them angry? What's going to happen?
I don't think so. Don't take everything I predict with a grain of salt because a lot of these I don't think are going to happen.
Watch one of it is just Gex the Lizard is returning in a Banjo-Kazooie crossover with what's the modern day Banjo-Kazooie equivalent? What's the name? You know which one I'm talking about, right? You know which one I'm talking about. They kickstarted it. I'm blanking on the name, but that game.
No idea.
Man, it was a Kickstarter and actually got a sequel. I'm blanking on the name. I know it. Anyway, let's do these predictions. We're going to start off with Summer Game Fest. Keiran, I would like you to state your first prediction. 3, 2, 1, go.
We'll get a Super Mario movie trailer.
That okay. I thought about putting that in as one of my predictions, not here, but for Nintendo. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that because that movie's not coming out this year. It's coming out next year.
Yeah, I mean, probably, well, it is, but I don't know. I have a feeling that they've already shown off who's voicing who and that. And it was in the back of my mind while I was making these predictions. And I'm like, I'll throw this in there. I think this might happen.
Okay. I mean, I've thought about it as well briefly. Like I said, I felt like if it was gonna happen anywhere, it would happen during Nintendo's thing, since it's their movie, they announced the cast and all.
Yeah.
But I could see Geoff getting that scoop. He always has he has movie stuff related to his shows and everything. Yeah. Typically the Game Awards is not Summer Game Fest. So perhaps there is a chance, but I think like we're not seeing that movie until September at the earliest, because since it just got delayed to what, like the first half of next year or something like that. Like,
Oh, did
I
it?
think, yeah, it got delayed a few weeks ago. It was supposed to be
Okay.
in like December, I think, of this year, but it got delayed to 2023. It was the famous, infamous tweet people were memeing. Hi, this is Miyamoto. I spoke with
Oh.
Chris San, and we've decided to delay the Super Mario Brothers movie to 2023. So, okay, that's your first prediction.
Yep.
Keiran believes that Super Mario movie will make an appearance. We'll see a trailer for it at Summer Game Fest.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I like it. My first prediction. We're going to be a bit fun with this. Okay. We're going to have a little fun with this one. So I think that we will see a trailer for Starfield. Stick with me here.
Okay.
It'll be similar to the reveal trailer for Skyrim. And if you remember that trailer, it just showed off like different environments and like teased the story stuff with like narration and briefly showed like some combat and everything. I think it'll be like that. This will lead into Xbox's showcase where we're going to get a longer look at the game. It's not going to be like the length of previous deep dives, but it'll tie into it like that. The reason I have this prediction is because there was like a leaked audio clip about a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, I think, of Todd Howard talking with Geoff Keighley about like the music and everything for Starfield. So, I mean, for all we know, maybe it's not a trailer and maybe it's just like Jeff is just like, hey, I had a talk with Todd Howard about Starfield. We were talking about the music and everything and stuff. And maybe that's all it is. But I think there's a chance that if Xbox wants to do get real hype stuff for Starfield going out there, we might see a little tease of it first at Summer Game Fest.
Interesting. I actually like that one.
You like that one? Yeah, I thought you liked that one. I thought you would like it. You see, thinking outside the box a little bit here. Do you think it's likely that that happens?
Yeah, actually, I do. I like, for the main reason that I think they're going to want to show off as much as Starfield as possible, and they're not going to have enough time to do that to the extent they want to just in the Xbox showcase.
Right. Exactly. What do you think about what I think about will be in this trailer that we see at the Summer Games Fest? Do you think it's like that a reveal for Skyrim? Do you think it's like something a bit different?
I mean, honestly, I could see it going both ways. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, that was my first prediction for Summer Game Fest. Boop. Just under 2 minutes, a minute 55 seconds right there. I'm gonna highlight the ones that I've done in I'm gonna highlight them in green. That way I know I did them. All right, Keiran, what is your second prediction?
I am gonna say that we are going to get a proper trailer for IOI's 007 game.
Ooh, I forgot that was happening.
Yeah,
I like that one.
The reveal trailer that we got was, I just looked up just now, on the 19th of November in 2020. And like, I know they're still hiring like a bunch of people for it, so I don't think we're getting it anytime soon. But I do think that they are going to show off like a little bit of a, like, still a somewhat teasery trailer, but more than we got last time.
Okay, yeah, because the last time it was literally just what? It was just like CG of like a gun being put together and the bullet went out to the music. So yeah, I think that if we see anything, maybe it's like a CG trailer that actually shows like what their bond looks like. Maybe it's in-engine stuff. But yeah, like what we got before was just like this is a thing. Work with us. I think we do get something like you said, it'll be something far more substantial. Mm-hmm. I like that. You just made me think of something else that I'm going to write down. Not for this category, but for a different category. Okay. I like that one. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, that's not how I do that.
I mean, I'm also never going to pass up an opportunity to bring up Bond. So
that's true. You shouldn't. Which is why as soon as you said that, I was like, this makes so much sense. Yep. You say that. All right. Awesome. I like that prediction. That was a good one. I completely forgot that they were working on that game. So nice one. Had I thought about that, I might have thought that in myself too. Okay. My second, hold on. Felt the sneeze coming. Felt a sneeze. It went away. It'll be back sometime soon. Okay, so my second prediction. I got a couple things here. All right, I'm gonna be safe here. We're gonna get the first trailer for Tales from the Borderlands, the sequel. Get the first trailer at Summer Game Fest. The game, here's why I get more specific though. The game releases in October because they say it's supposed to come out this year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's coming out in October. I don't remember if they said it's gonna be episodic like releases or not, like one episode in October, the next one in this month, and so on and so forth. I think it comes out in October though, like whether it's the whole thing or the first episode, October.
Yeah.
At least one returning character from the Borderlands franchise is teased in this trailer. So whether it be someone from the original Tales from the Borderlands, whether it be someone from Borderlands 2 or 3, I think at least one returning character is teased. I was trying to think of who specifically. There's so many characters. I think if we have at least one returning character that's teased in this trailer, I was trying to think, maybe they'll want to give love to one of the Vault Hunters from 3, maybe. So I was thinking maybe the Beastmaster, who was that? Flack?
Flack, yeah.
Yeah, maybe Flack shows up. I don't think they'll throw in a Siren because I was thinking about how Borderlands, Tales of the Borderlands did theirs, and like it was Zero who showed up for that one.
Yeah.
And then there was also Claptrap in that game, but they were the only ones from like prior Borderlands games who appeared in it, if I'm correct. No, Athena, she was also in it too.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, maybe Flack shows up in this trailer or like is teased in some way. Maybe it's Zane. Maybe even Fiona or I'm blanking on the other main character, Reese, or Reese appears. Who knows? But that's what I think. I think we get something like that.
Interesting. I don't have anything else to say on that.
I thought you might have something else to say on it. Nothing else to say.
No, not that I can think of. I think it's likely because Gearbox are scheduled to appear.
They said this summer. They assume so. I mean, that's perfect time right there. Perfect place for it.
Yeah.
All right, Keiran. Prediction number 3. What do you got for me?
We're gonna get a new trailer and a release date for Hogwarts Legacy at Summer Games Fest. Like,
okay.
I don't know how likely this is, but I mean, it's still, to the best of my knowledge, it's still scheduled for this year.
It is. I think it's. I thought they gave a month. They said this holiday season. That's all they said. Holiday season.
So
No, you.
I was just gonna say. So like, I remember them saying holiday 2022. So I think that this would be a good place to show it. 1, because there's going to be a lot of eyes on it, but 2, I think it's still far enough from like when they would announce the release date to be that they would still have a significant amount of time to develop it, or if need be, delay it again.
Okay. I thought about that as well. But then I remembered that I think that their marketing is tied up with PlayStation, which is why I didn't put it with Summer Games Fest.
That's what I thought as well. Like I put it in here just because I couldn't remember 100%, but there was someone in the back of my head that was like, I'm sure their marketing is PlayStation.
Yeah, because I mean, like it was first announced at PlayStation's September showcase in 2020, and then we got the most recent thing was a state of play just for it. So that's why I'm thinking like, I think if anyone's going to show it, it'll be PlayStation. But I like that prediction. I do think we'll see it at some point this summer.
Yeah,
I think there's a chance of that, and I think we'll get a more specific date aside from this holiday. Hopefully, we'll get a more specific date.
Yeah,
I like that prediction. I like that one. All right, my third one here. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Actually, no. What? No, I'll save that for another one. I'm gonna jump ahead to this one. I think it's a safe one, but maybe, who knows? I think that Geoff Keighley is gonna have the scoop again for us. He's gonna be like, "Hey guys, I did it before. I'm doing it again. Here's another Elden Ring announcement for you all.
Okay.
Guess what? DLC's coming. Guess when it's coming? November."
Interesting. I could actually see that happening.
Because I mean, I looked it up, and Dark Souls 3, if I'm right, that came out like in the beginning of whatever year it came out, and like DLC started coming out for it at the end of that year. Bloodborne came out beginning of 2015. DLC came out the end of that same year. I think
Okay.
from software, they have a track record of putting out a game and then DLC that same year. So Sekiro never got DLC, if I'm correct, which is why I didn't look for that one. But Elden Ring, I think Jeff's gonna be like, hey guys, and Miyazaki, I talked with Miyazaki and he said that he said he saw you all were having fun in the lands between. And he's like, you know what? You all want to have some more fun in the lands between? I got something else for you all. Elden Ring DLC in November. That's what I think. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I like that one. I think that's actually pretty likely.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Just now, when I was trying to do the lands between, I was like, yeah, the Forgotten Lands or something like that, right? It's like I mix up that game and Kirby all the time in terms of like the location. Just like, no, it's not the Forgotten Lands, the lands between. Yeah, that's what I think. Elden Ring DLC in November. That's 3 down for each of us. What's going to be Kieran's 4th?
Just want to check when this game came out. Okay.
All right,
I think, okay, we are going to get a trailer for either this one. It's 2 games developed by the same company, which I don't know like which one is going to come first. But I think we get a trailer for either Mortal Kombat 12 or Injustice 3.
I thought about that. And I meant to write it down, but I didn't. I like that prediction. A lot.
I will go a step further and say that either of them, like I said, I don't know which one we'll get, but I think that either of them will get a trailer for it this summer, and it will release next summer to end of the year.
Okay. I don't know what the timeline was like between the announcements of like Injustice 2 and release, and same for Mortal Kombat 11 and 10. I don't remember what the timeline was for those, so I can't really say. But like I remember the last 2 Mortal Kombats were announced at the Game Awards. Like I remember that specifically. They were announced on that Game Awards stage, and they came out the following year. So like it's tough for me to be like, hey, December to win the following year.
Exactly.
But I think if for anything, we're gonna get Mortal Kombat 12, because there was the rumor that they weren't doing Injustice 3 because of the WB selling issue and everything, and how like what's going to go on with the rights for the DC license and stuff like that. So there were rumors that they were working on Mortal Kombat 12 instead. So I think if anything, that is what would get announced instead of Injustice 3. I really do think we're going to get that announcement this summer, though. I think it's very likely.
Me too. Yeah, I mean, I just looked this up as well. Mortal Kombat 11 was released in 2019, so that's why I think it will be shown this year and released next.
Okay, I buy it. I'm on board with it. Okay, now I'm going to. All right, I'm gonna get a little wild here. Again, this might be a bit crazy here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Stick with me. This goes off of news that came out last week.
Okay.
There's a lot of Silent Hill projects in the works. And there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of talk with those things. And apparently they were supposed to happen last year. I think this is the year where one of these mini Silent Hill projects is announced at Summer Games Fest. The Silent Hill 2 remake that Bloober Team is apparently working on.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have a 50% chance of that being announced. The new mainline game that's in the works, I think there's a 25% chance of that being announced at Summer Games Fest. And then the more minor title by Annapurna, that's like kind of like episodic short story type thing.
Yeah.
I think that we also have a 25% chance of getting. One of these will be announced here, though. I really feel like Geoff is like really excited to get this scoop. I feel like he's really like, yeah, the fans are gonna be happy about this one. They're gonna be real happy. They're gonna be real hungry for it. I think one of those happens here.
I could see that. I mean, everyone knows that Geoff like loves to get big scoops, and like you didn't see this coming. So I can 100% see him try to get some in Silent Hill.
Yeah. Which one do you think is most likely to happen?
I'm with, I can't remember. Was it the 2 remake one that you said there was a 50% chance of?
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's the one that I would have said purely because we have heard about it most recently.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. How do you feel about Bloober Team being the one working on it, reportedly working on it? Because I saw a lot of people online like, this does not have me excited at all.
I mean, like, I think that Bloober Team are a good studio for horror games. Like, I have really enjoyed, just the 100% check. Bloober Team made The Medium, right?
Yes, they made The
Yeah.
Medium, Layers of Fear,
Blair
Observer,
Witch
or
as
something
well,
like
yeah.
that. Blair Witch.
Yeah, just so I'm not getting confused with another studio. But I've enjoyed their games that I've played, so I would have confidence in them.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people very, very not all that excited about it, mainly because of Bloober Team's writing, and they feel like their writing with games really isn't all that great. And like the only good game that they actually put out was what, like, I think either Observer or Layers of Fear or both of those. And like ever since then, like the other games have just been like just like not that great and all like that. So when it comes to Silent Hill 2 and remaking it again, and people really like, they're kind of like, how are you guys going to handle the themes of that game and all? We don't have confidence in you. So I'm not a Silent Hill person, but I think one of them is going to happen. I think one of those will happen at this show. Not all of them, not more than one, but one of them will happen here. Keiran, that we've done what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've each done 4, right?
Yep.
So this is your 5th one for Summer Games Fest, your final one.
I have saved my wildest one for last.
All right, let's hear your wildest one for last. What is it?
I think Geoff Keighley's arguably biggest scoop that he will try and get for Summer Games Fest is we are going to get a trailer for BioShock 4.
Oh my God, how could I forget about that?
This game has been rumored to be in development for like, I think at least a couple years now. I'm sure they've confirmed. I don't know if they've confirmed it's in development, right?
I think it's been confirmed that a BioShock game is in development, but like what the name is, anything about it has not been confirmed, aside from like rumors and reports. Yeah.
So I think I'm very confident that we are going to get a BioShock or BioShock 4 or whatever the BioShock game is going to be trailer at Summer Games Fest. But I will also say that it also has been heavily rumored that it will have some kind of involvement with PlayStation, like exclusivity, something like that. So
I did not hear that.
It could be at PlayStation Showcase, but I think it's going to be at Summer Games Fest.
I did not hear about the PlayStation connectivity at all. I forgot all about this game. Oh my God. I definitely would have had this on my list if I remember.
Oh, you froze.
Do you still hear me?
I missed all of that.
Got it. Well, I said that I've completely forgot about that game existing, and I would have had it on my list if I remembered. But man, that is a great prediction. I think we have a very, very good chance of that happening. I think there's a very strong chance of it happening. Wow. Yeah, I want that. I want that to happen now.
Me too.
That could be like Jeff's big bombshell. That Elden Ring DLC, Silent Hill announcement, Starfield. Like, if Geoff has all those, he kind of wins. Like, he wins his showcase kind of automatically. Yeah. Okay. That was great. I like that announcement right there. That prediction. It's gonna make like whatever else I say here, like just tame. I mean, honestly, all my other ones aren't like crazy wild things or anything like that. I'll say this because it'll be a nice segue into Xbox here. I think that Halo Infinite gets a trailer that reveals what Forge is like, and it will tease the full Battle Royale mode. But Battle Royale does not get dated during this reveal. It's just a super like brief tease of sorts, in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be like in the Forge mode, you see them like, you see tools that could be used for Battle Royale, or like at the very end of the teaser, they have like a quick little like, Spartans, get ready for drop, or something like that, or what have you. Like, I think there's a tiny tease of a full Battle Royale mode, but it doesn't get dated or anything. We just hint at it, do the wink wink, and it's like, okay. They'll talk about it some other time in the future, but it's something that's coming.
Okay. Can I don't know if you want to do this, but can I tack on one of the predictions I had for Xbox onto that? Because I that kind of is related.
Do you want that to count as one of your Xbox predictions, or do you not want it to?
Probably not. No.
So by all means, go ahead.
I said that Halo Infinite for the Xbox showcase. I said that Halo Infinite Battle Royale gets announced. Flighting begins the same time as the Forge Alpha is released.
Okay. I don't wait. Flighting. You think they're gonna do flighting for it first?
Oh yeah, like they're not doing it for Forge, but I think game mode as big as Battle Royale and Halo could be, I think that they would want to do flighting for it first.
Okay, I can see that. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Yeah. You said that you think that Forge is released that same. You said say it again one more time. I just want to have it all in my head.
I said the Halo Infinite Battle Royale gets announced, and the flighting for that Battle Royale mode will begin the same time as the Forge Alpha is released.
Got it. Okay. I think that could happen, and I think that would definitely give life to season 2 of this game.
Yep.
That would definitely help season 2 a lot. But at the same time, I don't know, because I feel like if they do that now, it drops something like that in the middle of season 2 without having it be like prior announcement of it, then any future season, people are going to be like, people might have that expectation of, they could surprise drop something else. And if they don't do that, then that just sets up disappointment. I don't know if they want to set that precedent with something like Battle Royale. You get what I mean?
Maybe, yeah. I could see that, but I think they're going to want to put more of something, or like more substance in this game as soon as possible.
Yeah,
to get people back into it. So I do think that is likely.
Okay, I buy it. That makes total sense. All right, so we'll move right on into Xbox. Like I said, it's a nice segue into Xbox. Keiran, I want you to kick off the Xbox section here.
Okay.
All right. And of course, the one you just said does not count for your Xbox.
Yeah, I already took it off my list.
Okay.
Okay. Let me pick one of the like 15 Xbox predictions I have. I'll start off fairly tame. Okay. I think we're gonna see Compulsion's new game.
I have that on here as well. So yeah, I have that exact same thing. Do you have any more specifics?
Not really. Like, I have no idea what this game is going to be. I don't really keep up with Compulsion. I know they made We Happy Few, but that's really all I know about them. So I don't really have any more specifics about it. Just that I think we are going to see it, because it has been like We Happy Few released like 4 or 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah, it was a while ago. And I mean, there was the Windows Central report about like what the game actually was. I think it was like Victorian fantasy type stuff, I think is what it said. I forgot. It's been a while since I read that report. But I mean, I have the exact same thing here, except I have a tiny bit more specific. That it's a CG trailer, and it does not get a release window. I don't see it getting a release window at all. When do you think this game would come out though?
24, 25.
Do you think it's that far away?
I mean, like, I would love to say sooner. I really would, but with how Xbox has been recently, I just have no hope for them like actually releasing games.
I'm gonna say 2025 is too far away. I think that is very far away, considering when their last game came out.
Which was in 2016, by the way.
Exactly. So it'd be almost 10 years for a small studio. I think it might not get a release window, but I think the game comes out like in a year or two. I think 2024 latest. I don't think it's a 2025 game. That's just too far out. Like, why? Why is your game coming out 3 years from now?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. Okay. I like that one. I was going to cross it off my list. That won't count as one of my predictions just because we had the exact same one and I just tagged onto yours. So, okay. My next prediction. Well, my first Xbox prediction. Let's see. What do I want to do here for my list of predictions? I am going to say, like, I have a couple things here, but nothing's too crazy. But you know what? I'll actually say this to build off what I said before with Starfield at Summer Games Fest, tying into Xbox. I think here we get a lengthy look at Starfield. By lengthy, what do I mean? 5 to 7 minutes. It just dives into the story, world, and gameplay. Now, the reason why I say this is because, again, like I said, the Summer Games Fest thing was meant to just like be the tease and the tee up.
Yeah.
Now they have their own showcase. Of course, they can't do the half-hour deep dive that Bethesda would do on their own. They can't do that.
No.
But they want to show as much of this game as they can, like we've already said. Xbox, I mean, while it wasn't at their own showcase, they're also not afraid to give time to a game, as we saw Game Awards that just passed. I think it was the Game Awards with Senua's Saga, yep. The second one. That was a lengthy amount of gameplay. Mm-hmm. Granted, that was not their showcase. That was the Game Awards. But, I mean, you got to slot that in somewhere. Yeah, you got to make time for it. And I think that they know that Starfield is the game that everyone's super excited for from them, and everyone's the most disappointed by the delay for it. And people are really eager to see the most from this game. And this is going to be that game's coming out party. I mean, essentially. So I think that they can afford to spend 5 to 7 minutes diving into the story world and gameplay of Starfield. You know, just like this is the world, like kind of like the campaign overview for Halo Infinite when that dropped, similar to that, I think, and just use this to lay the groundwork. Like, all right, this is the world. Everything you're seeing is in game. This is what the world looks like. This is the story of the game. This is what the gameplay is like. Something like that, just to give everyone an idea of what the game is, and just to build on top of what we got 3 days prior. I think that's what they do.
Yeah. I'll tack onto that a little bit because I have pretty much the idea of what you said, but I said 10 to 12 minutes.
And you gave me the look you did, and I said 5 to 7.
Yeah.
You gave me that look like, what? What do you mean 5 to 7? That's crazy. But you said 10 to 12. Like, that is good. That's like a giant chunk of their showcase.
Yeah. I do, however, have something I just thought of that I think they might do, is they might do 5 to 7 minutes, and then they might say, and see more of Starfield at this event happening in a week.
Oh, like they did last year, like, hey, now we're going to talk with devs, like, you know, a couple days later.
I am thinking that the event they will show is more like the half-an-hour blowout that Bethesda would have.
Okay.
So, like, because obviously they have to show it here, right? They can't not show it at their big summer showcase. But I think that they are going to want to show as much of this game as possible. So I think they're going to say, okay, here's 5 to 7 minutes of gameplay, or 10 to 12, or whatever they do in this big Xbox showcase, but then tune in next week or the week after for a full deep dive into Starfield.
Okay. I like the sound. I like the sound of that. I don't know if it would be a week later. I think they would want to try and keep it the same week, just like they did with like the dev talks and everything. Like, hey, we're going to do this like 2 days later, and it's just talk with the devs to get a better idea of the games that we're showing, that we showed at our showcase. I think that they would try and do it the exact same week. That way, Starfield is still on people's brains, that people are still riding right off the hype of it, and you just go right on into that. I think if you wait a week, it's not like it's too long away, but I don't know if they want to put that just like a week later. I think they'd rather just keep it the exact same week. That way, all their stuff, they kind of can control the narrative, not control the narrative, but like control the news for that week of just like Starfield hype. I think that's what they would want to do. So yeah, I also want to throw out real quick, not about that. Just with our predictions, if we both share like a prediction, I'll allow the conversation to be 4 minutes instead of just the 2 minutes. Just want to, I meant to say that before, because it just makes sense. If we both have it on our list, then just add our times together for it.
Yeah.
All right. So that was my second prediction for this, and you said you've only done one, right? No, you've done 2. You've done 2 as well. I've done 2. Correct?
Yes.
No. That was your first. I did.
No. Yeah, I said compulsion. You said Starfield.
Yeah. So this is because we got it. All right. This is both our first. Oh, because I was looking on my thing here, and I had compulsion green. I'm like, oh yeah, I said that one already. That was my first one. No, it was just that we shared it. So the ones that we share, I'm going to put them in a different color. I'm going to highlight them blue. That way, I know it was a shared prediction and not one that I myself stated first. That's how I'll do to differentiate things. Keiran, give us your second Xbox prediction.
Okay. I think that we are going to get a proper trailer and actually be told what Contraband is.
Okay. I have that on here as well. I have Contraband gameplay revealed.
Okay.
As well as a 2023 release window.
Interesting. I I don't know if I would have gone that far, but I do think we're going to get shown what this game is, because right now we have like blanket statements as to like co-op and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I think we're going to be shown in a trailer, possibly gameplay. I don't know, but I think we're going to be shown what this game is.
Okay. Okay. I'm on board with you. I think it's gameplay. I think it's gameplay. They can't
Okay.
do the CG trailer again. I think it's gameplay. I think it's 2023. I think we're getting this game next year.
Interesting.
I mean, they got a lot of games in the pipeline over there at Xbox.
Yeah.
And they got to come out at some point in time. I think it's next
Yeah,
year.
exactly.
Now, I'm going to add on. I'm going to build off of that. Okay.
Okay.
I think that. Actually, which one do I want to go with? Which one do I want to go with? You know what? I'll do this one. I will say that Avowed appears with the new trailer,
Okay.
and also 2023.
I almost put Avowed on here because I do think that we are going to see it. I when I had this on my list, I put in alpha gameplay, but
Okay.
I don't think it's next year. I think it's 2024.
Okay. The reason I think it's 2023 is because it's been a while. It first got announced in 2020 at their initial showcase and stuff. But in addition to that, I remember last year's, after their showcase last year, GamesBeat, Jeff Grubb put out a piece. Where were these games at all? And he said, here's a list of games that are scheduled to release in 2023. Avowed was one of them. Compulsions was one of them, I believe. Contraband was one of them. Everwild, Hellblade, Fable, a number of games were scheduled for 2023. But he was like, some of them could slip to 2024. I think Avowed is a 2023 game.
Okay. I mean, I would like it to be a 2023 game because that means we would actually get something from Xbox. But
yeah, I mean, I think the way Xbox is kind of teeing themselves up to have a big 2023, and I think that Avowed plays into that. Now they might not want to do it because of a bunch of RPGs and everything, but I think Avowed is next year. I think it makes sense.
Okay.
That's my prediction. What is Keiran's number 3 for Xbox?
Let's go with. We are going to get a Hellblade 2 release date, and it's going to be next year.
A specific date or a release window?
Date.
Okay. I have Hellblade Returns with another in-engine trailer, like the last one, and 2023 release window.
Okay.
So I don't know if they give us like a season. I think they might just say 2023.
Okay. I think that they're going to give us a date. It's going to be towards the end of next year. Or actually, hang on. No, I want to change that prediction because of what just happened with Star.
I was about to say, you sure they want to do that again?
No, they don't. So I actually think I want to change that to they are going to give us a season. I don't think they're going to give us a date.
Yeah. That's why I have, for a lot of my Xbox ones here, I just have release window. I don't have any specific dates because like they just did that and floundered so badly, and they do not want to repeat that unless it's coming out this year.
Yeah. So yeah, I was being dumb on that one. Yes, they are. I think they'll give us a release window as in like summer, fall, whatever. But I do think that game is coming out next year.
Okay, I buy it. I think if any game slips to 2024, it's that one. But I think they're aiming for next year with that.
Yeah,
I think it has a chance for next year. Okay. My number 3. We've just been like, each of us, we say one and the other person has it too. We've just been sharing them. It's funny. Okay. Let's get cynical. Okay. I'm gonna get cynical for a bit. Everwild is gonna come back again. It's gonna come back.
Okay. Yeah.
It's gonna be another cinematic trailer. Doesn't really clarify what the game is.
No.
But it's coming out in 2024.
Yep. I can see that. Like I at this point I don't even know if Rare knows what Everwild is. So
Like it's
Sure.
been gone for so long. I would like to think that when it appears that it clarifies everything. I would like to think that.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I just get the feeling that like this game is gonna show up and we're still gonna be like, what is it though? And it's gonna say 2024. It's either if it doesn't say it in the trailer, like they're gonna say afterwards, and it's 2020, it's aiming for 2024 or something like that. Because I don't buy that this game is a next year game. I don't buy it at all.
Yeah,
Given development cycle for this game, I think it's a 2024 thing.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you on that. Like I don't think it's next year. I could 100% see it being pushed to not even pushed, just releasing in 2024. Maybe like a couple of weeks before it releases, Rare will figure out what that game is.
Yeah, I think I don't have this other one on my list, but I think that and Perfect Dark are 2024 games. I don't think Perfect Dark is next year at all. Given all the development troubles Perfect Dark has been having recently, I think it's 2024.
Yep.
All right, so that's number 3 for me. It's number 4 for you now. So what is number 4?
See. Okay, this one I'm not confident on anymore because of stuff that happened this week. But I'm gonna say it anyway because I want it to be true.
Sure.
They are going to announce their partner game with Kojima. I don't think it's gonna happen now, or I don't think it's even a thing now, purely because Kojima I'm fairly certain is working on Death Stranding 2 because of what
Norman Reedus just was like, oh yeah, we're doing this. Just like
yeah. So like I still want this to be a thing. I don't think it is.
What if he's working on 2 games though?
He might be.
I mean, it's possible that I don't know about the size of his studio.
Yeah, that's what I was.
So I don't want to say like he can or can't do it. I don't want to just shut down the theory that he was working on a game with Xbox until like we get the solid confirmation it's not happening anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I like that wild theory though. I like it. I live for those wild predictions. I mean, if there was a time to show it, now is the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it was to pop up on Geoff Keighley's stage.
Maybe.
Jeff and Hideo, they got the buddy over there.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's more of a Microsoft thing than anything. Yeah. So okay. I like it. Number 4 for me. What will number 4 be for me? I'm going to. All right. I have 1 safe one and 3 wild ones here.
Okay.
I will say. All right, I'm gonna say the safe one just so we kind of have all these bases covered.
Yep.
Fable. In-engine trailer. It shows the world, sets the stage for the story. It's not raw gameplay, but we definitely see like gameplay elements in this in-engine trailer and stuff.
Yeah.
2023.
I hard disagree on that.
You don't think it's next year?
No, not in the slightest. I think that's 2024 at the earliest. Because I have on here Fable trailer / alpha gameplay.
Okay.
But I don't think that game is. Yes, it's been in development for what I can assume to be 3-4 years at this point because it's been rumored for. It was rumored
before 2020, and it was announced in 2020.
Yeah, so it has to show up. It has to. They can't not show something for Fable. But I don't think that game. I can't confidently say that game is going to be next year.
I'm not confident about it either. But I like getting specific with these because it makes them more fun. They're just saying this appears and it's a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone can kind of predict a lot that this will show up, but I like getting more specific with them because it adds a lot of an element of spice to things. And I think it could be a next year game because I mean, they've been working on it for some time. We know that for a fact. They've been working on it for some time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could come next year. And like, if you have this Starfield, Redfall, Avowed, and Contraband, I think Xbox is set for the year. You can drop one of them and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I think if one is to get dropped, it's between Fable and Avowed for 2024. But I think all of those, I think that's what they're trying to set up for next year in terms of first party releases.
Yeah. I can see them. I can see that happening because I think especially after this year, we're probably not going to get a huge amount of like big games from Xbox. I think they want to come out swinging for 2023 and say, okay, here's like 5 big games we're releasing this year. But at the same time, I don't think Fable's one of them.
I mean, again, like I said, I think they are really pushing for it to happen, but I think it could also get delayed 2024. That's why I say release window. They're to say 2023. They might put a season, but they're not putting any specific dates or nothing because they're just not doing that. Any of these games can be delayed.
Yep.
So that was my 4th. Keiran, go ahead and give us your final Xbox prediction.
Okay, I'm gonna say that they announce more acquisitions, but it's gonna be smaller studios. It's not like a big publisher one. It's not like a big. It's not a huge developer one. I'm gonna say they acquire a couple. Like I'm gonna say 2 or 3 smaller teams.
Do you have any specific teams in mind?
Honestly, Moon Studios would be one, but
do you think they want to after all the issues that cropped up from the studio?
That's what I was going to say. Is I don't know if they would because I don't know if they would want to buy or acquire that developer because apparently they've had some trouble working with them.
I was about to say, like in that report, was it also saying that like Microsoft has like had issues working with them and they kind of like weren't really interested in like renewing any relationship and stuff?
Potentially. I can't remember if I saw the like not renewing a relationship part, but I definitely saw they had some trouble working with them. But 2, I don't know if they would want to take on 2 companies at the same time that are in hot water. So the other idea I had was like much more bold, and I definitely don't think it would happen, which is why I said Moon Studios.
What's the other one?
The other one is not small at all. It was IOI.
Okay. You know what? That was your last prediction, right?
Yep. Oh, sorry. I have one more thing to tack on to that.
Okay.
Out of the 2 or 3 studios I think they might be announcing they're acquiring, one of them will be Japanese.
Got it. Okay. Interesting. The reason why I wanted to jump off what you said is because I added this after what you said earlier.
Is it Project Dragon?
Yes, I think IOI reveals that project.
Yeah.
During the Xbox showcase.
I think they could.
I think it happens. I don't have anything more than that. I don't have release window. Nothing, just because
neither would I.
We have no real. At least I have no real concept or idea of like what the game is in terms of like development and all like that, and where it is. I think that they reveal it.
Yeah.
And if they reveal it and Xbox does announce more acquisitions and they announce IOI, this would be the perfect time. Hey, we're acquiring IOI, and here's their next game coming exclusively to Xbox.
Yeah.
Here's their next game that's not here's the new project they've been working on with us exclusively. You know.
Yeah. I had Project Dragon on here as well.
Do you have any thoughts on it? Anything you want to say about it to add on to what I have, or
I agree with you that it would be a good time to say, hey, we're acquiring IOI and here's the reveal for Project Dragon. But other than that, like I think if they were going to acquire any company, in my head IOI makes sense, but at the same time I don't think they'll announce that.
Yeah. I'm not too sure. Like I love the idea of them announcing they're acquiring IOI.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they're going to announce any acquisitions for a while, though. Like, I think they're going to try and steer clear of acquisitions for a bit until the Activision Blizzard thing is all settled and stuff.
Yeah, I could also see that happening as well.
So yeah, I think it might be a bit before you hear about more acquisitions from them, but I do think that IO reveals their new game. I do think that happens over here during their Xbox showcase. Yeah, I have 2 more Xbox ones here, but we'll maybe after we do all the predictions, if there's anything else we want to shout out, maybe we'll do that. We'll
Yeah.
see, depending on how things are going with time and all. All right, so we're done with Xbox now. That was a ride. Now we're over in the PlayStation Nation. I'll kick this one off.
Yeah.
Keiran kicked off the last two. I'll kick off this one. I think I'll kick off this one and Nintendo, honestly. Might as well.
Fair.
All right, so what do I want? You know what? I'll just start with this one. We'll get it out the way right now. God of War Ragnarok. Release date is going to be announced. And I have a specific date and a backup date. I believe God of War Ragnarok will receive a September 16th, 2022 release date. The backup date is October 14th, 2022.
Okay.
I will add in the caveat. This is heavily dependent on when this showcase happens. Because the reason I have these dates is because the God of War 2018 came out on April 20th, 2018. That release date was announced in January of that year. That's 3 months. If it's coming out in September and they announce that date, their showcase has to be in June if they're doing it like that.
Yeah.
If they're doing the October date, I imagine the showcase has to be no later than July.
Yeah.
That's my thinking.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't think the game is a November game. I think it's September or October. That's what I'm thinking.
I had God of War Ragnarok gameplay and release date on here as well. I didn't have a specific date, but that makes sense actually. I think that if they are going to announce a date, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Unless they want to do the pull the petty move and be like, and we're November 11th, guys. Something's coming on November 11th. Unless they want to do that. If they want to do that, then that's super petty. No, I think it's September 16th or October 14th.
Interesting. I will add on that I have exactly 5 PlayStation predictions. So I'm
just gonna do each one of his 5. All right, that was my one. What's your next one?
My next one, I'll go a little bit safe. They're going to show something, or they're going to show games for PSVR 2, and they are going to say it is releasing first quarter of next year.
Okay, let's get into this because I have this on my list as well. I have PSVR 2 games that showed off. Do you have any specifics or no?
I think they're going to show off more of Call of the West.
Call of the Mountain.
Call of the Mountain, sorry.
Which I have here too, with actual gameplay.
I think they're going to have an Astrobot.
I have that on here too. A new Astrobot will be able to be in development.
Other than that, I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. I have on here Half-Life Alyx is confirmed. I
forgot that existed. That would have been on there.
I have PlayStation Home is returning in VR.
Okay.
And then I have another first-party series is making the jump to VR. And I have 3 potentials. Those being Killzone, Resistance, or Uncharted.
Interesting.
I think those 3 have maybe the best potential to make the jump to VR, because the Killzone and Resistance, they give you your first person shooter in VR type thing. If you're doing that, maybe you can get Insomniac to do the Resistance one, unless their hands are too tied. The reason I say Insomniac is because Insomniac has done VR stuff before. So maybe they want to do some VR. You do Resistance with VR, or maybe if they're not doing it, maybe they're partnering with another one of the first party studios, like how Guerrilla was partnering with Firesprite for the Call of the Mountain.
Yeah.
So perhaps that's going on. And then Uncharted, it's still a shooter, but it's not just strictly a shooter. You have the adventure, the puzzle, those type of elements with that. So that could be a way to do something like that in VR. That's what I think about that. Now, release window. I had 2022 initially because that's what reports were saying. I changed it though to 2023. Okay, just 2023, no more specific than that.
Okay.
I don't think they say the price unless it's coming out this year. If it is coming out this year, then the price is $500. If it's coming out next year, they don't say price.
No, and I agree with you on that as well. I don't think there's really much point in saying the price and then saying, oh yeah, by the way, it's out in like 8 months.
Exactly. Like that doesn't make sense to do.
Yeah. So yeah, I said Q1 of 2023 just because I also was thinking this year, but I pushed it to next year because I was thinking I don't know if they would want to do it this year if they're trying to push God of War Ragnarok as well.
See, it wasn't even that for me. It was more so they're already having trouble getting PS5 supply and they want to boost that up.
That too.
I don't know if they want to splinter that by trying to get PSVR out this holiday season.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I think they might push it to next year, just to try and push PS5 a bit more harder this holiday season. That was my thinking of it. Okay. I like that. We were like on the same wavelength for half of that prediction. And I was so with it. I'm like, yes, he said it. Yes, he said this. Come on. All right. That was beautiful. Okay. Here is where because I got a lot here for PlayStation. I will, no, I want to try to say some of these more interesting ones. Okay. All right, boom. My prediction number 2. Last of Us remake officially revealed. It's releasing November 18th, 2022. That's why I had the date specifically. That's why I had certain dates for certain people, because I'm like, October for this game, Last of Us could be November for this game. So November 18th is when Last of Us remake is coming out.
Okay.
Factions multiplayer is also revealed and releases at the same time. And Last of Us Part 2 is getting an official PS5 version.
Okay, I had on here Naughty Dog's Last of Us project. That's all I had for it. I didn't put in any dates. I didn't put in anything else. I just have Naughty Dog's Last of Us project because I am not an expert on Naughty Dog. I don't know when like games release for them. I don't know. So that's all I had here, but I did have that on my list.
Yeah, they've been working on a multiplayer thing for a long time. We've already known that. I think we said it for a while, like, oh, we're going to show it. They're going to show it. I think now is the time to show it. Because I think the whole plan is in my head, the plan is to release it at the same time as the original Last of Us. Like, just have it be a big Last of Us coming out party. So remake comes out, Factions multiplayer comes out the exact same time. Last of Us Part 2 gets its PS5 version all at once. That's what I'm thinking.
Do you think they could announce a Last of Us VR project for PSVR 2?
I thought about that. I did think about that, but then I thought that might be a bit too much Last of Us saturation.
Fair.
And if it is going to happen, they're not going to announce it for now. That would be something that they announced like after all these other projects have come out. Yeah. But it was something I thought about in terms of like what other first party games could be in VR for like to add variety and everything into like the library. That was one I thought about, but I think that that's why I did the Uncharted one. It says like, if we're going to do a Naughty Dog one, we'll do Uncharted first as opposed to Last of Us, just for now.
Yeah.
Maybe at some point in the future. All right, Keiran, what's your second one? I feel like I know what one of yours is going to be eventually. It's just a matter of when you say it, which is why I didn't say mine.
I don't know, because the last two that I only have 2 left.
Okay, well we'll see, but I feel like I know what one of yours has to be at some point. Go ahead.
I don't know. I said something Street Fighter 6 related.
Oh, okay. Didn't have that on my PlayStation section. I had that in my third party section.
Okay. Just because I know that Street Fighter 5 was like very heavily involved with PlayStation.
Yes.
So I put this on here. I think we're gonna get a Street Fighter 6 gameplay reveal.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like that's happening this summer, definitely.
Yeah.
I have that in my third party section. Capcom reveals that Street Fighter 6 is exclusive to PS5, angering the entire gaming community. I'm not really a Street Fighter person. I'm not big into the community or anything, so I don't know what specifically we would see aside from like gameplay reveal. I'm not too sure like when I think it would be coming out or anything like that, but I do think we see something for it. I do think it gets announced exclusive to PS5, and that will upset a lot of people. Do you think it comes out this year though? If you were just to guess,
either end of this year or either end of this year or the first half of next year, I think is the window that they're going to aim for with that.
That makes sense. That's what I was thinking too. I think that they would want to shoot for end of this year though, like this holiday season, this fall. Yeah. They might want to go for that. Okay, I like it. Okay, so you only have 2 more then.
I only have 1 more.
Oh, 1 more. All right. So after your next one, if your next one isn't what I think it is, then maybe I'll just say mine, just to appease you.
Okay.
Hope that gave you a nice hint. All right. I want to get crazy here. Not crazy. Well, yes, this is crazy. We've talked about it a bit before. I think this is happening.
Okay.
Sony's next acquisition is revealed. It is Square Enix.
Okay.
This announcement comes alongside one of these two things happening. Either the reveal of 7 Remake Part 2 with no release window, just the reveal of it.
No, yeah.
Or a new trailer for 16 that reveals a December 2nd, 2022 release date.
Okay. Why December 2nd?
15 came out beginning of December. Okay. And I think that, again, I'm just trying to think about where games are going to be falling in terms of like stuff and how October, November might end up shaping out. I think those months will be pretty crowded, and I think they'll want to give 16 its own time to shine. Yeah. And yes, it might miss like GOTY time for like Game Awards. It might miss, I don't think it would miss GOTYs for individual outlets. It will miss it for Game Awards.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that would just be the right time for it to come out. It's kind of away from all the other big mess of everything before it that comes like in November and October, of course. And if all the other games shake out the way that I laid it out here, so God of War in September or October, Last of Us in November, then this would be a December exclusive for PlayStation.
Yeah.
Not first party, but December exclusive. That was my mindset on it.
Fair. I can see that happen.
Yeah. I don't think, and when I say this, I say like this happening at Sony's thing. Yeah. I don't think we get Remake 2 and 16 at Sony Showcase. I think you get one, but not the both of them in the same show.
Yeah. And yeah.
No, unless there are 2 showcases this summer, in which case, hey, you can get one and one and one or the other. Maybe. Yeah. But I think you get one or the other. I don't think it's both. Which one do you think is more likely to happen? I realize I'm over 2 minutes on this, but just real quick, what do you think is?
I think 16 is more likely.
Okay. I'm not sure. I could go both ways on it. We'll talk about that a bit more later.
Yeah.
All right. What is your final one for PlayStation then?
Okay. My final one is something that I want and it is very crazy, but
okay, so it's not what I thought it was going to be then.
No, probably not. Okay. Insomniac.
Yeah.
Huge success.
Yeah.
With Rift Apart.
Right.
Rivet.
Yeah.
Has gotten a lot of fan love.
Right.
People love her. So I have said that Rivet gets a smaller standalone game.
I love that idea. I love it.
It will be like similar length to something like Miles Morales.
I mean, honestly, Miles Morales is about the same length as Rift Apart.
Fair.
To be fair.
Maybe a little bit smaller then. But I think that Rivet is going to get her standalone game because I think that Insomniac wasn't expecting her to get that much love. And I think that making a smaller standalone game for her that releases next year is...
Ooh, next year.
Yep. I'm not going to give a date or anything on it because I don't know. But yeah. I do think next year is likely for... If that was going to happen, I think next year is likely for that game to come out.
That is bold. Mm-hmm. That's very bold. I mean, they're working on Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. I don't know if they have another team to have made a Rivet game that comes out next year.
Yeah.
I think that they have ideas for a Rivet game, or at least bringing her back into the series in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. I don't know if it's next. I don't think next year though. I think that's too soon. I think next year is going to be all about Spider-Man 2, and then after that, Wolverine will be the next one, and the Spider-Man 2 team will then go on to doing Ratchet stuff again. I think that's what will happen. Enough. So I think we got to wait a bit. But I like your idea of a Rivet game. I would love to see more Rivet. That sounds awesome to me. Okay. All right. Well then, I got 2 predictions to do.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Do I want to get crazy? You know what? I'll say it. I'll say this one. Blue Point. I think they're going to announce their new game.
Okay.
and I think it's going to be coming out next year.
Blue Point are
Demon Souls, Shadow of the
that's what I
Colossus.
thought, yeah.
I think they announced it and it's coming out next year.
Do you have any idea what it might be?
Not a single clue. No one has an idea what this game would be. I have no idea.
Fair.
But I think whatever they get their next game is, I think they announce it and they say 2023. I think it's possible. Because I mean, Shadow of the Colossus came out in 2018 and Demon Souls was a PS5 launch title.
Yeah.
It's not out the realm of possibility for them to.
No, it isn't.
Granted, their next game is, as I say, a new original game. It's not a remake. So they might need more dev time than 3 years. But I don't think it's out the realm of possibility for it to happen.
I like that one, actually.
I would love to see it. I would love to see it happen.
Yeah.
And then let's see. I think. All right. I have 2 crazy ones. And then I mean I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more predictions here. 2 of them I would say are pretty crazy. 2 of them are pretty crazy. 2 of them not really crazy. One of them is fine, and the other one is just a lot of fun. You want to go crazy, fine, safe, or fun?
Let's go fun.
Fun? Okay. We'll do this then. I'm going to highlight the screen, hit my timer. Sly Cooper. He is returning.
Oh, okay.
With a new game. The rumors were true. Pixel Opus is working on it, and it is set for release in the spring of 2023.
Interesting.
I think that this is the time they're going to show it. I think they're showing it.
I am in agreement with you. I actually like that prediction a lot. I think next year makes a lot of sense. I think that game is due for a remake. So, or another.
Yeah, new game.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm with you on that one.
And that gives us another idea of what's happening next year with PlayStation. We know Spider-Man's next year. Sly Cooper in the spring. I think that'll get that'll get us hype. That'll get us excited. I'm feeling myself on that theory right there. I'm feeling it. I have a lot more PlayStation ones here. I'll probably return to some of these after we do all of our others.
Fair.
Okay, let's talk Nintendo now. Nintendo prediction time. Now, I'm going to kick this one off, and I'm going to kick it off by going off of something that we said before. Because I think it's funny that you said it, because, I have it. A new Star Fox game is revealed.
Interesting.
It is not called Grand Prix, like the old rumor said. It's not that. I think it's going to be a proper Star Fox game that's not just a retread of the original, like Star Fox Zero was. I don't think we get a release window for it though.
No, I thought about putting that on here because I've never played Star Fox. I'm not in that fan
Neither
base,
have I.
But I know that like a lot of people want that, and and I think that Nintendo want to bring that franchise back in some way. So yes. I almost put that on here, but I kept it off.
Yeah, I think I would like to believe that the next one is Grand Prix. I would like to see a Star Fox racing game like that. It'd be really cool and neat. But I don't think that's what it is. I think it's going to be a proper Star Fox game. I think that's what we're going to get. I think we'll finally appease the fans and it'll happen at long last.
Yeah, I can see it happen.
Keiran, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my safe one first.
Okay, what's your safe one?
This isn't anything specific. I just said that more bigger titles or bigger things will be added to Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pass.
By bigger titles, you mean so it's more games for what, N64 and Genesis, or do you mean like they're gonna add like to the like more DLCs that have already been out there, or
kind of both? I think they're going to want to expand that library, and I also think that they are going to want to entice people to sign up to that service by offering, maybe they put in like the first pack or 2 of the Mario Kart like releases that they're doing.
Okay, that'd be cool. That'd be cool if they put the booster pass. Wait, the booster pass is in there.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty positive
Oh.
Booster Pass is in it. Yeah, it is.
Well, then, not that.
Okay. Still a safe bet, though. Still a safe
Yeah.
bet. Still a safe prediction. It's gonna happen. All right. We're gonna a lot of mine here I feel like are safe ones, but I have some that are not safe. And I'm gonna say one of my not safe ones. I already said one of them was Star Fox, but I think this next was also not safe. Simply because of how specific I get. Breath of the Wild sequel will be here. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen. We're going to get a nice long look at this game.
Yep.
The title will be revealed. I think we're going to get the title name. At this point, I think it's just going to happen. I think the title, based on just rumors, what people are speculating, I think the title has something to do with time travel. Okay? Because, you know, there's the theory that the game has that we're going to be like playing as Link in the past because the Link that we see here, his hair is really long. He's wearing this different outfit and stuff. I think that could be a possibility. I think this game's title is going to be The Legend of Zelda, The Hand of Time.
Okay.
Why do I think this? This is based out of pure nothingness. But like I said, there's a theory that the game is based around time travel. Link has this weird gauntlet thingy on his hand now. I think that might play a part in the time travel in some way, shape, or form. So, if that's the case, Hand of Time, time travel, I think it makes sense. In my head, it makes sense, and it also sounds like a good title.
Yeah.
If I'm correct about this, and this is the title of this game, I swear to God, I deserve every bit of praise in the world. And Apollo hit me with the ball of prophecy. I swear to God, if that is the case, I've been hit with the gift of prophecy by Apollo himself.
I mean,
calling it now.
If you correctly predict the name of this game, I will be shocked.
I'll be shocked too, since I never
even believe in your ability. But that would be a hell of a prediction.
It would be one hell of a prediction, considering I have not finished Breath of the Wild. I know nothing about the game's full story or anything like that. So I have no idea, like, you know, like where the speculation, everything comes from that all the player fans are having. Yeah. But why not? Let's have some fun with it.
Exactly.
Let's have some fun and let's get a wild prediction. Let's get very specific with this name of this game. I tried to think of more names, but I couldn't think of any. Hand of Time just sounded right. It sounded right.
He has a gauntlet. He's traveling through time. Breath of the Wild, Infinity War.
Oh my Lord. That'd actually be funny. Alrighty, Keiran, what is your next Nintendo prediction?
We are going to get Metroid Prime 4 gameplay.
I have Metroid Prime 4 here. I have Metroid Prime 4 revealed, and I have that it's coming next summer. I don't have anything more than that. I don't know if we're going to see gameplay, but I think gameplay would be the safe bet.
Yeah, I don't have like a release window or anything. I just had gameplay, but I think next year makes sense. Next summer, maybe.
That's exactly what I said. Next summer. It's been time. It's time. Exactly. Retro's been working on it for a hot minute. I think now's the time to show it off at last. Just be like, hey, this is what they've been working on. It's coming soon. Next year.
Remember that game we announced it like the dawn of time? Well, here it is.
Here you go. At long last. Take a look at it. Okay. I like that prediction. I am going to. All right. I'm going to do this. It's wild. I think it's wild.
Okay.
But I'm going to do it. Because I think there's a slimmest of chances of this happening because of how specific I got with this. Okay. Stick with me here because you'll love this.
Okay.
You know what I'm going to say now, don't you?
Maybe.
Yes, you do. Look at your heart of hearts. You know what I'm going to say, Keiran. I'm using that sound on purpose just to tease you. I'm doing it to tease you. Hollow Knight Silk Song.
No, you stole my last prediction.
It's shown off and Shadow dropped the same day.
Oh, I didn't have that.
That's where I get wild.
Just for reference for people watching, I have as my last prediction in all capital letters with about 10 exclamation marks, Hollow Knight Silksong gameplay and release date.
I put it on here to appease you. I put
Yeah.
it on here for you and all the Hollow Knight fans.
Yeah, that's 100% happening. Team Cherry said that they're showing off this. Well, I can't remember exactly, but they had said something like they were. No, I'm not sorry, but like they were sorry for like not showing anything for a while. It can't be too much longer, right? So I 100% think that this is going to be shown. I've overtaken your prediction. I'm sorry, but this is going to be.
It's fine. You have more to say about it, and also you have the same thing on your list. So go ahead.
This is going to be shown in Nintendo's conference. They are going to release it this year, and I am going to be happy finally in my life.
When do you think it's coming out?
I would have said probably maybe September, October.
Okay.
But I love the thought of them saying, and it's out now.
I mean, I have no idea how Team Cherry works, but I think because I look back to Axiom Verge 2, a game that was announced for a long time. I think it was announced for a while, and people were looking forward to it. And then it popped up in a Nintendo Direct last year. It was like they were like, yeah, it's also out today.
Yeah.
And then reviews had like dropped that same day as well. I don't know how Team Cherry works. I think with a game like this, I don't think it's out the realm of possibility.
Neither do I. And now that you've said that, if this doesn't happen, I will cry.
I'm sorry for the tears that I will have caused you.
But like the thing that makes me think that you're right is because I am so confident that this game is very, very, very nearly done. Because of what they showed when they revealed it in 2019, it looked pretty polished already.
Yeah.
So
at that point, it was just DLC. At that point, was it officially its own project at that time?
It was officially its own game.
Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking it's gonna be a shadow drop.
Team Cherry, if you're listening, please, I beg you. I'm begging you, please.
I did it for you. And all the other Hollow Knight fans out there that are just being abused. All right. Number 4 from you.
My number 4 is they are going to announce a new Mario game. Like
a 3D Mario, right?
Yeah, like similar in the vein to Odyssey. Yeah.
I thought about putting that on here. I did. The only reason I did it is because no Nintendo console has had more than one 3D Mario game, with the exception of the Wii. That being Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
GameCube, Sunshine. N64, Mario 64.
Yeah.
The Wii U, I don't even know what the Wii U had 3D World, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And then that got ported over to the Switch with New Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. So I don't know if we'll get a second one. I don't think it's impossible because it happened with Galaxy.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was going to say, was going off of what you said. It's like, well, maybe it wouldn't be like a new Mario game, or it might be Odyssey 2.
But even then, I don't know if we get an Odyssey 2. I don't. I just don't know if we do. I think that I don't know if we're gonna get another Mario game, another 3D Mario. I'm on the fence about it. I lean more so like 40% chance of it happening.
Okay. Well, there could potentially be a 40% chance of my prediction coming right.
You mean a 60% chance?
I thought you said the 40% of it happening.
I said a 40% chance of it not happening.
Oh, then
I said 40% chance of it happening, which means 60% chance. Yeah, you were right. Sorry, got my words all mixed up. You're right.
That's my 4th prediction for Nintendo.
Got it. Was that also your last one or no?
Yep.
Okay, because the Hollow Knight one I had stole from you. Sorry. Okay. So then I got 2 more here. Then I will then throw out. I think that I'm gonna say, I said this last year, but I'm gonna say that the that rumored Donkey Kong game is gonna be revealed.
Okay.
At long last, and it's coming out next year. No specifics, but I think it's next year game. People have been hoping for it. People have been waiting for it. It's been rumored for a hot minute, and I think the team that's rumored to be working on it is the team that made Odyssey. I think, so, which is why I'm not thinking a new Mario game is coming, because that team is occupied as far as I'm aware. Fair. So I think that this is going to be revealed and it's coming next year.
Okay.
And then my last one that I will do Um, I'm gonna say, you know what? Just to entertain fans that have been, hurt for so long, yet again. Bayonetta 3 releasing October.
Okay.
I don't have a specific date, just October.
I forgot that game existed, but yeah, if I had remembered, that would have been on here. I think that game is a this year game.
Yeah, I mean, they said in the last trailer, it said 2022.
Yeah.
So I think it's October when that game comes out. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm sticking to. All right. That's Nintendo. And now we're on to the third parties where anything and everything could happen. Who knows at this point? Keiran, do you want to start with the third parties, please?
Sure. I have these broken down by like publisher, but I'll just pick at random which ones I go with.
Yeah.
I will play it safe and say we are going to get a Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope release date, and it's going to be this year.
I actually had that in the Nintendo category, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to put that in third parties or not. Because I feel like if anyone's going to show it, it would be Ubisoft, not show it first.
Yeah.
It'd be Ubisoft, not Nintendo. But yeah. I do think we get a new trailer for it, and I think it's releasing in November.
Yeah, I would put it either probably October or November.
That's what I think. That's just going to happen. Like you said, that is a safe one, but it's happening.
Exactly,
for sure. Okay. All right, I'm going to say my Square Enix one here. Square Enix prediction, very specific here. First off, whichever Final Fantasy announcement didn't happen from PlayStation, they're going to do. So if PlayStation did 7 Remake, they'll do 16. If PlayStation does 16, they'll do 7 Remake. That's that. But what I really think is going to happen is they're going to announce both Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered and Final Fantasy IX Remake. I think the Tactics Remaster will be coming out later this year. And going off what I said before a couple weeks ago, about a month or so ago, Final Fantasy IX Remake is a Final Fantasy VII Remake style type of remake. Mm-hmm. And it's coming out next year exclusively for PS5. I think that is next year. 7 Remake Part 2, probably 2024. Kingdom Hearts 3, 2025.
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yes. Kingdom Hearts 4, 2025. Yep. That is what I think.
Yeah. The only 2 Square Enix ones I have are Final Fantasy 16 gameplay and release date and Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2 trailer.
Which you can kind of guarantee both. No, you can guarantee 16. 7 Remake, if not a trailer, like we'll get some type of announcement of some sort for it.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get a trailer for that game. You need to finish 7 Remake.
Yes, I do. I still haven't played any since we last spoke.
Wow, you need to finish that like expeditiously. Get on it. Yeah, I think that's happening. It'll be very exciting when it happens. And yeah, awesome stuff. Yeah. Keiran, what's your next third-party prediction?
We are going to go into the realm of Capcom.
Okay.
And they are going to announce Resident Evil 4 Remake.
I have the exact same thing here. Do you have any specifics for it or no?
I said that it's going to release between November this year and probably June or July next year.
You think you think it's possible it could release this year?
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm much more confident that it's going to release next year, but I said that I had here that they could potentially say that it's coming out like November 30th to the end of the year.
I think that it's coming in January because they've been releasing a lot of the Resident Evil games in January. 7 came out in January. 2 Remake came out in January. I think 3 Remake was January. I think.
I will confirm.
Village was in June. That's the outlier, if I'm correct.
Village, I think, was like May
or June. It was not in January. I do that much. It was May or June. I think 4 Remake gets announced and it's coming in January. I think they go back to January for that game.
RE3 Remake was released in March.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so I'm saying January. Let me change that to first 3 months of the year.
Yeah.
And whatever the release date, like they will say a specific date.
No, I agree on that one as well.
And the first, let's write this down, of 2023. Do you think you'll give it a play?
Yeah, no, I will. I'm yet to play 3 remake, but I played 2. I really enjoyed it. I obviously really enjoyed Village, so I will probably play it.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'll give it a shot. I really want to play the VR version since I have the Quest 2, but
yeah,
I think based on how this looks, I'll probably want to give it a shot, but who knows if I'll actually get the game. Just like with Village and 2 remake, I'm like, those look cool. I want to play it. Never played it.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. I'm going to say, I'm going to be cynical here. I'm going to be cynical because it's fun to be cynical sometimes.
Yep.
Okay. Ubisoft. They're going to give us an update on Beyond Good and Evil 2. Except it does not fill people with much hope because we still don't have a release window for this game.
Yep.
They're going to be like, hey, look at it. When is it coming out? Shh, we don't talk about that.
Release? Nah, you don't want that yet.
We don't talk about the release date. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I would love to get more like a release window, be like 2023, 2024, but
yeah.
That unless this game shows up and actually looks like it's coming out very soon, like it's not, people are gonna be like, okay, it's here, moving on.
Yeah, I forgot that game existed. So
as did I, and many other people.
Yep.
Like I had to think real hard. I was like, oh yeah, they do have this game too coming out. So yeah,
that's
what I think is gonna happen with them. Number 3 for you.
We are going to get Dragon Age 4 gameplay and release date.
I have that as well. Not a release date. I have a release window. Do you have? I had said 2023.
I like if it's coming out, I imagine 2023 as well. I didn't have a specific date for it. I just think that game has been in development for so long, and we have seen it so many times without actually seeing it that they have they have to come out with a big thing saying this is what the game is. Here's what it looks like. This is when it's coming out.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happens. I think, yeah, we see actual gameplay of this. We see what the game really, really is. No more concept art, no more sweeping cinematic shots over narration. Like we see actual gameplay, actual substance from this game's reveal.
Yep.
2023 release window. I don't think they will give us a specific like season. I think it's going to say the year to be safe. And that will satiate fans. They're like, all right, we have something to look forward to now. We can actually be excited about this.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say I don't have Mass Effect on here. I thought about putting Mass Effect in here, but I was like, that seems far too soon to even expect anything from them at all.
Yeah, I was gonna put a joke on here, be like, Mass Effect, the new Mass Effect releases the end of this year.
Wouldn't that be something? Imagine if that happens though. Dear God. Like you skipped over Dragon Age 4 to do this?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. This is maybe a bit safe, but maybe not. Capcom, they're going to finally show us what Pragmata is. And it's even weirder than we expected it to be somehow. And it's coming out next summer.
Okay.
We still have no idea what the heck this game is.
Pragmata is the one that they were on the moon, right?
Yeah. So yeah, Pragmata. That was that game where the trailer was the astronaut in Times Square.
Yeah.
And yeah, he ended up had the weird little girl with him and stuff, and then they ended up on the moon because it turned out they were actually in this holographic dome of sorts and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, and it got delayed the next year. We already knew that. So I think they'll just specifically say summer of next year. Sorry, I was looking at my internet again because they're just kind of being weird. So yeah, I'm curious as to what this game is.
Yeah, I mean, me as well. Like I have no sense of what this game actually is because the trailer was honestly quite ridiculous. So I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what we get from Pragmata? But I'm feeling like we're gonna see it.
Yeah.
All right, that was my one, two. That was my third one. So next is your fourth.
Yep. let's go with an absolute wild card that is not happening, but I
Okay.
want it. I want it to really bad, and I don't know. I have on here that Ubisoft are going to reboot Rainbow Six Vegas.
I would love that.
So would I. I think a
I would
lot
love
of
that.
I think a lot of people would, which is why it's on here, because that series is very well liked, and I think that Ubisoft needs a game that is very well liked right now. So I think they are going, or I think they could say,
Mhm.
we are rebooting this franchise or this series.
Yeah. That's a good one. And I wish I had thought of, like, I was trying to think about what Ubisoft could do, but then I was just thinking about like all the projects that they have in development in various states of development. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't even feel safe giving a prediction for some type of new Ubisoft game. Like they still got all these other things to do and just get out and stuff.
Yeah.
But a new Rainbow Six, I like that. You know what? I'm gonna add a prediction to my list here that I didn't have before. That's
Okay.
gonna bounce off of yours. So I'm just gonna continue on from you, unless you have more to say. Do you have more to say?
No, that was all I had.
Okay. Because I'm gonna add right now Ubisoft, because we already know this is a thing that's in development.
Mhm.
Ubisoft reveals the new Ghost Recon,
Okay.
and it is going to be Advanced Warfighter.
Okay. Interesting.
That's what I
I
think.
never played Advanced Warfare.
I liked it. I liked the little bit of it that I played. I remember talking about it when we had that episode talking about Ubisoft games and stuff. I forgot what it was. We were
Yeah.
talking about Ubisoft games recently. And yeah, a friend of mine had it. A friend of mine had it, and I played it with him some. So that and Rainbow Six Vegas. So I think we're good. I think the new Ghost Recon will be Advanced Warfighter. I would
I
like it to be that.
yeah.
That would be really cool.
I could see that happening actually.
Do you think that's more likely than Rainbow Six Vegas?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think they're gonna reboot Rainbow Six Vegas. Like I don't think that's a franchise they have their eyes on. But I definitely think that Advanced Warfighter could be the next Ghost Recon.
Yeah, Rainbow Six seems like they're all in on the siege right now, and that
Yeah.
being their focus for Rainbow Six. So okay. And then what's the new one? Extinction? They came out.
Extraction.
Extraction, yeah. Like we see where that went. So
Yeah.
um okay. All right. So that'll double as my fourth as well. So what's your
Okay.
last one?
Let's go back to Capcom. They're going to announce a new Mega Man game.
Ooh, a new Mega Man. Okay.
I don't get me wrong, I am not the biggest Mega Man fan in the world. Like I've played the first remat or um collection they released a few years ago. I played
Uh-huh.
that a bunch and found it really difficult and stopped playing it. So I didn't continue, but I think it's something they could do.
I like that prediction. I never would have thought of Mega Man. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Huh.
I don't know where they would show it, but
Summer Game Fest, maybe.
yeah, could be.
That'd be the perfect place to show it. Summer Game Fest covers all spectrums of the industry.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. I like it. I want that for the Mega Man community. I want that for them.
Mm-hmm. Same.
All right, I'm going to do my last one here. Remedy will show off one of their many new projects that they have in development.
Okay.
Of course, not Alan Wake 2. They already said this is not going to be
Yeah.
shown off. So one of their many new projects. Will it be the new game of the Control universe? Will it be one of their many other things? I don't know, but I think they're going to show off one of their new projects.
Maybe they actually fix some of Crossfire X.
What is it to fix with that campaign? It's not that a fix; it's already done. That was a project to do to pay the bills.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot they didn't do the multiplayer for it.
Yeah, they did that to pay the bills.
Yeah,
nothing more, nothing less. All right, that was your last one as well, right?
Yep.
All right. Okay, I like these predictions. Are there any others from what we've done that you just want to shout out before we wrap up here?
Uh, hmm.
These are just bonus predictions that we're just gonna just throw on out of here.
Yeah. I have In Exile's game gets announced. At
Okay.
Xbox's show.
Yeah.
And they also reveal the xCloud streaming stick.
Okay. You think that's a summer? You think that's a showcase announcement?
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought that as being a showcase announcement.
Well,
I would have thought of that as being like something that just gets announced like sometime after.
I mean, it was kind of tied in with like they'll announce more Game Pass stuff, they'll announce more xCloud stuff, and that's when they'll reveal the streaming stick.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense than just be like, "Hey, this is the thing, guys." All right.
Yeah,
that makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I just listing them off, or we going back?
You can just list off any that you have. List off any that you have. I'll give you a total of 3 minutes, so you have 2 more minutes.
Okay. For EA, the only other one I had was Star Wars Jedi Survivor. That we're gonna see that, but I mean, like we talked about before we start recording, and that's happening.
Yeah.
For Ubisoft, I had Avatar gameplay, and possibly we'll get a release date for it.
I had that as well on my third parties. I said that they're just gonna announce it's coming in January.
Okay. Yeah, I think that game is super close to being done, and they're ready to release it soonish.
Yeah, I think they want to release it close to the movie to capitalize.
Yeah,
that's why I said January.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. We are gonna get a Skull and Bones re-reveal and a release date for that game.
When do you think it's coming out?
Maybe summer next year.
That's a bit crazy because all the rumors are saying it's coming out this year.
Okay.
Because they're doing a beta. It's been rated, I think. Apparently, it's coming out this year.
Maybe I don't put it past Ubisoft to delay it again, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, if need be. But I think when they announced it, they were saying it's for this year.
Yeah. The only other one that I had was we were going to get a new Assassin's Creed trailer for whatever the next game in that franchise is.
I thought about putting that on here too. We know that, like, according to reports, the next thing is like a smaller project from them.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be an expansion for Valhalla, and the next big thing's Infinity. We're not going to see anything for Infinity. I think, like, if we see something, it will be the smaller thing. But like, I felt like that was like a bit safe / obvious. I didn't throw that in here on my end.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are all the bonus ones you wanted to throw on out?
That's all the other ones I had on my list.
All right. I got a lot more on my list, so I'm not going to say them all. But I'll start some random bonus ones I have here. Modern Warfare 2 at Summer Game Fest. We're going to get a look at it. Either a lengthy gameplay demo or just a campaign trailer. It really depends on when the game is revealed. If the game has been formally revealed prior to Summer Game Fest, then I can see at Summer Game Fest getting a gameplay demo. If not, then Summer Game Fest would be the campaign trailer.
Yeah.
That's what I think how that shakes on out. I think let's go to Xbox. I think I got 2 here that I wanted to throw out for them. Coalition's new project is going to be revealed, 2024 release window. And I think the rumored Mandalorian game is revealed. It is set for release in 2024. I don't think there's a chance that either of those games are next year. No. I think that they got a ways to go for both of those.
Yeah, I agree. I actually did have the Mandalorian game on my Xbox list, but I took it off.
I see. Machine Games is rumored to be working on it, right? Or is it someone else?
Yes.
Machine sounds right in my head. It sounds right in my head.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
The PlayStation ones, I think I'll just read off all the ones I had here for this. Gameplay trailer for Spider-Man 2 focuses on Peter and Miles doing a mission together. This is the one I thought you were going to have, but you didn't. The trailer doesn't have Venom, but it focuses on the Kraven side of things. 2023, nothing more specific than that.
Yeah.
Twisted Metal reboot from Fire Sprite, we get that revealed. Gameplay, it looks like it could be fun, but it's not gonna get much excitement. People are gonna be like, it could be fun. Who knows though?
Yeah.
Coming next year. Now, Sony Santa Monica, their new IP, the new fantasy IP is revealed, gets a 2024 release window. The Silent Hill project that Sony's associated with will be announced here if it's not at Summer Game Fest. And Naughty Dog reveals their new IP. Well, I think it's rumored that they have a new IP in development. I think it will get revealed.
Okay.
And of course, we'll see what their partner studios have been working on. So Haven's game is revealed coming next year. Deviation's game is going to be set for next year as well. Firewalk, I think their game is going to be coming later this year. That's what I think.
Okay.
Just a guess. Who knows?
Yeah.
Nintendo. I think Nintendo's Metroid, they're going to have a Metroid Prime remaster announced for this holiday season. Because apparently that's been done and dusted and just been sitting on the shelf somewhere. Kirby and the Forgotten Land DLC coming this year, guys. And Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD ports are announced and set for release this holiday season.
Yes, please.
That's what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
And those are all of my predictions. Everything. Oh, wait. Well, I might as well know. What the heck? I'll throw all these other 2 bonus ones. Why not? Because I realize there's only 2 predictions left on my list here. Plague Tale Requiem gets a new trailer in a September release date. And Callisto Protocol receives a new trailer. But we still will not understand how this game connects to the PUBG universe in any way, shape, or form. Because apparently it's set in the PUBG universe. And that's it. That's all of my predictions.
Yeah, I do not have any more either. That's my list.
All right. I think this was fun. I'm looking
100%.
forward to seeing how wrong we are on some of these things. I am hoping to God I'm right about the Zelda thing. I hope I am, or at least in the ballpark. Like that would be the ultimate flex on my part.
It would, yeah. I feel like at that point Nintendo should hire you to name their games.
Not even hire me to name your games. Just be like, hey guys, just hire me to work in your company in some capacity. I don't care how.
Yeah.
Like, and be like, hey guys, I'm a leaker. I'm an insider, guys. I know stuff. Follow me. Oh man. But of course, we will have to wait to find out how wrong and right we were. We'll be finding out soon, though. The very first showcase, the Summer Games Fest opening night, their opening kickoff thing, that is June 9th. And then a couple days later, we have Microsoft on June 9th. 12th, yes. June 12th. That's going to be then. Sony, Nintendo, we don't know when they're doing stuff. The third parties, they haven't dated anything yet. Nope. But you can imagine Nintendo will probably do something that same week as Xbox's thing. That's kind of what happened last year, if I'm right. I'm pretty sure. Sony went in September last year. Hopefully, they'll do something sooner than that. I mean, there was the news that we're going to be getting news about Final Fantasy VII for its 25th anniversary next month. Yeah. So that's kind of led people to believe that we'll be getting a Sony showcase in June. If they have marketing connections with Seven Remake, it just kind of makes sense like that. So we'll see. Maybe Sony will be in June as well. We'll have to wait and find out. But exciting times, exciting summer game announcement season is on the horizon. With all that being said, though, thank you all so much for watching and or listening to this episode of the Play to Win podcast. It has been fun. It's been a blast. Check out our site, playtowingames.wordpress.com, for home for all of our content. Check out everything that's over there. Hit us up over on, hit us up over on Twitter and Instagram at playtowingame. Let us know what your thoughts are. What do you predict is going to be happening this summer? What do you think is going to be shown off this summer? Let us know over on Twitter and Instagram in the comment section over there. Let us know in the comment section of this video on YouTube. Yep. Let us know what you think is going to be announced, what you are most hoping for, what your wildest dreams are. And let us know what you think we are very wrong on as well. Let us know all those things in the comment section down below. While you're here on YouTube, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and share this video with anybody and everybody. It's all very much appreciated. It helps out a whole lot. And while you're on podcast services, why not subscribe over there as well? Add us to your daily podcast rotation. Add it to it, and give us that 5-star review. It's very helpful, very important. So please do all of those things. Keiran, where can people find you? Good sir.
You can find me on Twitter at badlynet, BADLYNET, all one word, where I post random stuff. There's not really anything coherent on there.
Oh, you're hilarious. You can follow me over on Twitter at Tyler Miller 2496, where I tweet about, games, movies, anime, so on and so forth. Pretty sure I said our Twitter and Instagram, but I'm going to say it again anyway, because I feel like I might not have. At Play to Win Game is our Twitter and Instagram. So hit us up over there. All that being said, thank you all so very much for watching and or listening. We will talk to you all next time. Have a great one.
See y'all later.